I've been listening to a lot of Japanese and Korean music lately. There's a whole lot of experimental and indie musicians out there on that side of the world that I've just been kind of neglecting. There's a lot of standouts like the Fishmans and Ogre You Asshole. There's one musician that stands out more than the rest of them. He is the best Korean musician that you don't know about. Probably. I don't know. Don't let me tell you who you do and do not know. His name is Midair Thief. Midair Thief is quite the interesting character in the whole world of the music industry, an enigma, if you will. There's not a whole lot of information about this guy online. The only thing that we really know about him is that he's a musician and he's a producer from South Korea. The region of South Korea of where he's from, that's unknown. His age, that's unknown. His name, that's unknown. There's not even a picture of this guy online. The only picture of this guy is him in a bunny mask. If you look up Midair Thief online, a picture of this guy pops up. That's not Midair Thief. I thought that was Midair Thief. That's just the guy who put Midair Thief in the title of his YouTube video, and now he pops up on the search engine. That's not him. He's really secretive. A really secretive guy. But that doesn't change the fact that his music is absolutely amazing. In 2012, Midair Thief started releasing music under the name Hyoo. He released 2 EPs under this name, 8 songs total. While there's some production elements in these EPs that are very telling of the fact that Midair Thief made these EPs, the whole style of the EP is pretty different than from the Midair Thief that we know today. These 2 EPs are very electronically influenced. There's a lot of cool swelling synths and glitchy beats. There's even some sampling in there. Bimbada is a very fantastic song. That song is something very special. If you're into electronic music, I highly recommend you checking out these EPs. However, it is not where you should start with your Midair Thief listening journey. In 2015, Mr. Thief decided to change his name to That, which is Korean for public morality. And this is where Mr. Thief started developing his sound into what we know of it today, his unique style of music. He has 2 key components to this album, and that is his really unique and mesmerizing guitar playing and some sweet vocal melodies. In the description of this album on Bandcamp, it implies that Midair Thief himself sings on it. However, there's an interview that says otherwise, so I don't really know who to trust here. But it doesn't matter because the vocals sound amazing on it either way. I always want to sing along with the songs, but I don't really know Korean, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. One of the things that make this album stand out is the unique blend of acoustic elements and electronica elements. Midair Thief is kind of categorized as a folkatronic musician. However, looking at some of the other musicians that are tagged under this genre, I don't really think he fits that genre very well. In fact, I don't really think there's a genre that Midair Thief kind of fits at all. His guitar playing in it, like I said, is very unique and very mesmerizing. That definitely adds the folk elements into it, his acoustic guitar playing. And then there's also all these really cool, bright, swollen synths, all these crazy, weird, wacky synths. And it's really sometimes can be so hard to focus on just one sound because there's just so much going on in the production. But I think that's the beauty of it. There's these organic drum sounds that really just tie it all together. Same with those sweet vocal melodies. It all just comes together in one amazing, one-of-a-kind, unique, psychedelic folk experience. Even though I don't even think that's a good way to describe this album, because it's hard to explain. It's hard to put into words, but it's great. But it's not where you should start with your Midair Thief listening journey. In 2018, Mr. Thief decided to change his name once again to That, which is Korean for Midair Thief. We finally got to the Midair Thief section of this video. And in 2018, he released one of the most unique and creative albums that I've ever had the pleasure of listening to, an album titled Crumbling. This is where you should start with your Midair Thief journey. I was first introduced to this album by a song called These Chains. I was sitting outside on a cool spring night. I sat there laying down, staring at the stars as I watched this song, listened to the song unfold. I wish I could experience this song again for the first time. time. Something that I really enjoy about Midair Thief and his music is that you never really know what direction he's gonna go with a song. There's multiple songs on this album, like the album opener Y, that kind of start and end in completely opposite directions, and the way he gets there is so cool. There's the song Curve and Light, which just kind of keeps building and building and building until it explodes into all these cool different bright synths. There's this one synth sound at the end of the song that it sounds so cool. It's hard to explain it, but it kind of, like, if you've listened to the song, it's the one like kind of in like the last minute and a half that like kind of slides up and like kind of sucks the sound out. It's very big, strong, powerful synths. Like, seriously, the second half of Curve and Light is one of the most beautiful pieces of music that I've ever heard in my life. You can't mention this album without mentioning Summer Soul. I've never listened to Summer Soul, but she's apparently a Korean singer that Midair Thief got to sing on this album. I'm pretty sure Midair Thief sings on this album as well. I think they sing together. They create these really nice, floaty, beautiful melodies that really tie the whole album together. This album was nominated for the Best Dance and Electronic Album of 2019 for the Korean Music Awards. I don't think that it fits that category at all. I think that's not an accurate category for this album, and apparently I'm not the only one who thinks that, because Midair Thief literally told them not to nominate him, but he got nominated and he won, so... Midair Thief is one of the most unique musicians that I've ever listened to, and he's only got 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. But it seems like a lot of people who listen to his music enjoy his music a lot. Crumbling is ranked the 10th best album of 2018 on Rate Your Music, so it seems like people enjoy his music, and I can only hope that he grows a bigger audience as he releases more music in the future. He recently just released 2 new singles under a new name. I don't know why he keeps changing his name, but he just does. The new name is Shadow Community. Those 2 singles are also really fantastic, and I highly recommend you check them out. I'm really excited to see where Mr. Thief takes his music in the future. He's really a one-of-a-kind musician, and I cannot express that enough. And you should go check him out. So that was my video on Mr. Thief, Midair Thief, the South Korean musician. Thank you for watching my video. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!